shout for help? No, but they clinked a little, said Algernon glumly. Encyclopedia couldn't imagine why two girls should dress in anything that clinked, like two knights or a pair of dice. It's months too early for Halloween, he thought. The case was a puzzler, all right. Describe the missing persons, please, he said. Minnie has two red stripes across the middle, began Algernon. Moocher has... Wait! They're not missing persons. They're missing marbles. Algernon explained. Minnie and Moocher were his best shooters. He had been practicing marbles by himself when a big kid had come along and challenged him to a match. For fair or for keeps? Asked Encyclopedia. For keeps, answered Algernon. He beat you? I beat him, said Algernon. I won all his marbles. He got sore and took Minnie and Moocher and all my other marbles. You didn't try to stop him? Of course I tried, said Algernon. I said I'd tweak him, but a bunch of his friends appeared. They asked who I was, and the big kid said, Who? I don't see anyone. But I noticed he closed his eyes just before he spoke. Said Encyclopedia. How was he dressed? He wore a sweatshirt with tigers written on it, like his friends. I knew it, exclaimed Encyclopedia. Bugs Meany. Bugs Meany was the leader of the Tigers, a gang of tough older boys. When it came to upsetting the peace of the neighborhood, they were worse than noisy plumbing. Since opening his detective agency, Encyclopedia had often been hired to stop Bugs's dishonest doings. For several minutes, Encyclopedia was silent, thinking. Algernon stood by, working his thumb to develop muscle. Finally, Encyclopedia said, Bugs will say he never saw you before. We must make him admit he knows you. He knows me, said Algernon. He called me Algernon, an old pal, when we started to shoot marbles. After I licked him, he called me a dirty thief and lots of other names. We had better talk with Bugs, said Encyclopedia. Let's go, Algernon. Just call me Al, if you don't mind. Algernon means with the mustache. The Tigers Clubhouse was an unused tool shed behind Mr. Sweeney's auto body shop. When Encyclopedia and Algernon arrived, Bugs was alone. He was playing checkers with himself. And cheating. Scram, he snarled when he saw Encyclopedia, or I'll knock you so hard on the head you'll have to take off your shoes to watch television. I ought to tweak him now while he's alone, whispered Al. Take it easy, Encyclopedia whispered back. But Algernon began working his thumb excitedly. Bugs Meany stared. What's with this kid? He asked. Is he practicing to be a hitchhiker? His name is Al Kehoe, and you stole Minnie and Moocher and his other marbles, said Encyclopedia. Kindly return them. I stole his marbles? Cried Bugs. He clapped himself smartly on the forehead. Why, I never saw Jumpy Thumb here before in my life. Algernon's marble-shooting thumb was wiggling faster than ever. I was a coward to let him rob me, he muttered. He started for Bugs. Encyclopedia pushed him back. I'm going to tweak him. So help me, said Algernon. Just then, Duke Kelly and Spike Larson, two tigers, entered the clubhouse. They glared at Encyclopedia. Then they saw Algernon's thumb wiggling. Who is he? They asked. Algernon Kehoe, answered Bugs. He says I stole his marbles. I ought to tweak them all, Algernon growled under his breath. Tweak, tweak, tweak. What's he mumbling about? Demanded Bugs. I beat you at marbles and I can beat you at tweak, said Algernon. Tweak? Said Bugs. Tweak, repeated Algernon. It's played like this. His right hand with his powerful thumb tucked under his forefinger shot out. When his hand got under Bugs's lower lip, his thumb snapped free like a broken spring. Tweak, said Algernon. Boing, boing went Bugs's lips. They bounced up and down.